What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we're going to be doing something pretty different, but I think pretty exciting, because we're going to be taking an exclusive look at a brand new game that was only just revealed at the Game Awards 2023 event. Now, the game is called Exoborne, and a huge thank you to the developers Sharkmob for actually sending me some exclusive information and assets so I could make the best video possible. Now, what the heck is Exoborne? Well, don't listen to me, let's listen to video game icon Jeff Keighley explain it.
That was Exoborne. I met with the team at Gamescom to take a look at that upcoming tactical open-world extraction shooter, and the project is led by some of the creators of The Division. And besides facing other players and warring factions, vertical gameplay, as you saw in the Forces of Nature, unlock the potential of the players' Exo-Rigs to help master the apocalypse, as they say. Much more is coming in 2024 on Exoborne.
Alright, so admittedly that's a lot to take in, so let's break it down. One of the first things that piqued my interest is that this game is being developed by Division developers. In fact, Sharkmob Studio was founded in 2017 by some of the original members of the core team for The Division. Guys, The Division is one of my favorite franchises. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you know I posted a ton of Division 1 and Division 2, and I played both of those games for hundreds of hours on my own time, just enjoying it. And you always need to pay attention when developers leave these studios and go and chase their own vision. They aren't being held back often. We've seen this before, guys. When some of the key members of Infinity Ward left, they made Respawn Entertainment, and they're responsible for Titanfall and Apex Legends. So yeah, when talented developers go and start their own studios, pay attention. But as for the game itself, this is a brand new IP, and it's described as a tactical open world extraction shooter, and you can see elements of that within the trailer being played in the background gameplay. Now, extraction shooters are kind of all the rage right now. Really, Escape from Tarkov caused this genre to pop off, and a lot of other games, a lot of other developers are hopping on board, and we're seeing some really interesting entries into this genre. I mean, Marathon is being developed by Bungie. It's their next big thing. It's an extraction shooter. And one of the key features of an extraction shooter is that it's both PvE and PvP. That's one of the most exciting parts of this genre. Every single game can play out so differently. You could completely avoid enemy real players. You could find real players and battle them and lose or win. You could team up and form a giant squad. It's really up to you. Now, to some people, this is a bit intimidating. However, the developers say that Exoborne is intended to be accessible. It is easy to get into, but hard to master. They also say the game will have co-op missions, public events in multiplayer, and can be played solo or in a team of up to 3. Now, you might be wondering what makes Exoborne different from other games within this genre. Well, first of all, it's the Exo-Rigs, and that's what you've been seeing, the awesome metal armor suits within the gameplay that people are wearing. Exo-Rigs will cater to different playstyles and how you approach each situation and gunfight. So, do you want to be careful and sneaky or outright aggressive? The way you customize your Exo-Rig will allow you to achieve that. They also synergize in interesting and unique ways with the environment, so potentially the things that you find throughout this open world can enhance and change your exosuit in varying ways. And you will see, like in the trailer, a blade comes out of an exosuit in one scene, and then someone's charging up their fist for a mega exosuit punch in another scene. So having these customizable Exo-Rigs in a more sci-fi setting can really unlock some interesting things to do and earn within this game. Now, another key feature that's going to differentiate Exoborne from other games is a huge emphasis on verticality within their gameplay. And again, you'll see a bit of this in the trailer, but the devs are really stressing that it is not just going to be what frankly a lot of games are, which is a flat map. Maybe you get a house with 2 or 3 stories, or one tall skyscraper somewhere in the map. You have a ton of vertical gameplay. Now, one way this is going to be achieved is something that you've been seeing in the trailer certainly, but this piece of art also has a great example of it, and that is the grappling hook. Listen, Everyone loves grappling hooks. They're super fun in games, and Exoborne having access to grappling hooks again really adds to that degree of verticality. It adds to that degree of movement and mobility. You are really going to have some new tactics and new experiences, frankly, when you play this game. It's not just going to be fighting people on ground level. You are really going to have people flying around potentially, but you're also going to have the ability to fly around, upgrade that Exo-Rig, and combat them back. Additionally, guys, speaking of unique experiences within this game, something very cool is that there's going to be deadly elemental chaos. So you will have to explore part of the southeastern US being torn apart by extreme forces of nature. They say ever-changing threats by the world itself and risky missions let you write your own stories each time you enter the world of Exoborne. And specifically, it said, like having an epic gunfight in a tornado. And that's exactly what we see within that reveal trailer. So you have these extreme weather conditions as well. And that combined with the movement, combined with the verticality, you could potentially like be using things like tornadoes, not like just avoiding them, but using them to actually gain momentum, gain mobility, and reach new sections of the map or gain an advantage in a gunfight if you're using the tornado to fling you around up into the air and get up above another team. That's freaking crazy. But guys, another interesting thing Exoborne is going to have is an emphasis on gear crafting. So they say specifically, long-term progression of the game will be unique and not like other games in the genre. In fact, the game has crafting mechanics with weapons, and players will have constant progression by handling their arsenal and upgrading it. They will be able to count on allies who are going to be NPCs who will help them with this. So just by using certain types of weapons, I would assume you are going to be able to unlock different crafting options, like experience and so on. So again, that constant long-term progression is going to be available for you. So even if you go on and, don't do well and die and get, clapped by another team, you're still coming out with experience for crafting. Another thing that they say in terms of long-term progression is weapons are upgradable, craftable, customizable, and feature a large amount of variation. So it's not just going in, getting a weapon, and it's just one weapon. You extract it, you can use it the next round. You actually can go in and change this weapon quite dramatically. And they also say you can change the way your character looks to fit your preference. So there's going to be a large amount of character customization as well. But what about the storyline? Well, the setting of the game is in Colton County, USA. It's a region of the US that has an interesting, rich, and unique nature and culture and is not a common place in the media and gaming. They also say that the narrative of the game is important as a proper world has been built with interactions and connections between the lore affecting the game. So, honestly, that's a great thing to hear. Now, I also do want to say that vehicles are going to be part of the game. The information right now is sparse, but that's just one more thing that you can encounter within this open world. And importantly, right now there's no official release date, however, the game will be available for PC and consoles. And so guys, there you have it, a first look at Exoborne. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I certainly want to get my hands on this game. Honestly, there sounds like just a lot to keep track of. You have the Exo-Rigs, you have the massive verticality, you have these crazy elemental storms, you have all these upgrades and loot and stuff you're going for. Like, could it be overwhelming, or is it the perfect mix of all this stuff? Again, I really need to get my hands on this thing. Again, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed and found this interesting. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Exoborne gameplay or info, let me know in the comment section down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.